tax is a mandatory financial charge or levy imposed on an individual or legal entity by a governmental organization to support government spending and public expenditures. Basically, the government is taking some of your money to help the country, or at least we hope so. You won't start paying tax until maybe when you make a good amount of money relative to your age. And I know how badly you want to be taxed, so I'll go through the whole experience with you. With taxes, it adds up over the course of a year, and it ends when the tax return period is. That is, in the tax return period, you receive back some money from the government from the tax you paid. Now, how much do you get back, you ask? Essentially, it's relative to your income. When you drive a car and the speedometer is going up faster, doing 0 to 100, compared to, say, going 100 to 200, that's basically saying you're going very fast now, so we have to slow you down, so it's harder to get to top speed. That's basically taxes for income brackets. The more you earn, the harder it is to earn more. Someone earning 50k a year is going to have an easier time reaching to, say, maybe 80k a year, compared to someone in the position that's earning 200,000 and is trying to reach 220,000. Now, why this is because once you earn more, there's more government regulations set upon you. Now, there's reasons why this is set in place, but the main one is simply a percentage of your income is taxed. So the higher income, the higher tax. How you view taxes as a good thing or a bad thing can be determined by what you think of it. Do you like giving your money away for the government to use it? Or are you protective and don't want to give the government a single dollar? The funny thing is we don't even check to see where our taxes are going. And most of the time, the government really isn't spending the money appropriately in some countries. The tax money is for the benefit of society, but the government may not always do that. They, for instance, can spend it on themselves or give it to other countries or for the military. Essentially, they can spend it on whatever they want to spend it on. Now, is everyone in the works subjected to the same tax for their income level? Well, the answer is they have to comply. But like with everything, there's a dark side to this tax game. Now, paying taxes is mandatory on us all. Do we have to pay? Well, yes, because we don't want to go jail. And who wants to go jail? Not me, and most likely not you. So how do some people not pay? Let's say you only made 400,000 in the year, but you only reported 40,000 to the tax people. Now hang on a second. Won't the tax people know you've earned 400,000? They will know if you have a system that gives them the amount that you make. Basically, if the payments you receive are through bank or any digital device, then you can't do much. But let's say, for instance, you only receive cash, or you are paid by your clients through cash. Cash is king, as I say, and they're definitely not wrong. Because where on the cash does it say that you've made this amount of money? Cash is only visible to you. The tax people can't determine how much you made because only you have the cash and not them. So let's hypothetically say you told them you made $40,000, but actually you made $400,000. Well, as long as no one checks the cash, you can do this. But of course, it's illegal. You would go to jail if you're caught. Remember, this video is for education purposes. I'm not condoning any act or suggesting you do anything. This is purely of information. What I'm explaining is basically tax fraud, avoiding paying the tax obligations. It gets a little spicy here because tax fraud can also be legal if you know how to do it right. But that's the hard thing. You have to put your income in a different country to get different tax rates, or operate it under a business that receives the income from a third world country. I won't go into detail here because it's a lot of information, and if you Google around, you'll find all the examples that I'm talking about. But just know if you're smart or if you have a good lawyer, you can definitely pull a few strings and get taxed less or even extremely less. Taxes won't be that bad if they didn't take out half of your paycheck. People get frustrated because basically almost half of your income goes to the government. There's a famous example with the streamer XQC where he shared his frustration when he talked about the percentage of his tax being taken away from his income. I'll show the clip.
Like, I pay 57% taxes in Quebec, right? 57%. At that point, brother, when I pay the taxes, brother, you know what I want to do? I want to call the office, call the whatever, IRS, whatever, it'll give it. Say, hey man, can I talk to your superior? And say, yo, today I don't want to stream. Can you stream for me? Because clearly they deserve more than half. So they're doing more than I am.
Now 57% is outrageous. For that amount of money, XQC makes a lot. So it's no wonder 57% is taking a lot of money out. If you do work in certain professions like police, fire, or even emergency, I believe you get taxed less, but it might not apply to everyone in those professions. Now, why they get taxed less isn't because they're working in those professions, but it's basically because of the tax deductions, where because of, say, like uniform or anything that's part of your job, you can deduct it and get the money back. Now, you can be a smartass about this and try to claim that your $600 Louis Vuitton belt is deductible because you need it for your landscaping job. But good luck, because you need serious persuasion and reasoning for that. Now, taxes is a part of our life, but there's always a way around, whether legal or illegal. You just have to research and apply it. Thank you for watching.